Hello guys and welcome back to another video. It is my first video in over a month. Yes, over a month. And what we're going to be jumping back into with is some NHL 16 shootout commentary. We're going to be talking today about, oops, gotta find where my jerseys I want are. There they are. Today we're going to be talking about all of the World Cup of Hockey teams being finally announced. I'll be going over their strengths, weaknesses, and all the players on the team, starting with the least anticipated, in my opinion, to the most anticipated. So the team we'll be starting with here is Team Europe. I know, obviously, it's all of Europe pretty much, except for the other 5 teams that were from Europe. Four teams that were from Europe, other than this one. But I believe that this team is probably the least anticipated because not too many people were overly excited about having multiple, or like all of Europe is one team in it. Ooh, Flurry, gotta keep that out there, pal. Anyway, their goaltending is pretty decent with Frederik Andersen and Yaroslav Halak. Thomas Greiss, however you want to pronounce it, isn't too bad either. I completely lost the puck on that one. Their defense is both pretty solid and pretty weak. Roman Josi obviously is really good, and then kind of drops off after that, but it's not terrible. Char is not too bad either. Their offense is actually pretty solid. A lot of people actually wrote this team off before the tournament even started. Oh my god, I can't do anything right now. But like way before it even started. I mean, it's still like 3 months away. So I mean, you can't really write any team off yet. Oh god, that was really bad. But their offense, they got Leon Draisaitl, Gaborik, Hossa, Kopitar, Tatar, Vanek, Zuccarello, all these guys, and Bodker on there. So I mean, their team is definitely a team that can beat some of the other better teams in the tournament. I think their goaltending and their defense is a little weak compared to a lot of other teams, but their offense definitely can carry them through, especially past a team with weak defense like Russia, which we'll be getting onto soon. But first, we're going to jump onto the Czech Republic one here right after I take a shot with Nick Bonino. And this guy is an kind of predictable goaltending, actually. There's the rosters. Their goaltending is Peter Mrazek, Michael Neuwirth, and Andrei Pavelich. Not good, honestly, in my opinion. Mrazek's not terrible, but he also... Oh, man. That was bad. He also doesn't get it done for the Red Wings. Didn't in the playoffs. Jimmy Howard had to come in a few times, I think. Actually, can't remember. Their defense is weak. They don't really have any top 2, top 4 even defensemen. I mean, I got Michael Jordan, if that counts for anything. Roman Polak, an old Maple Leaf, now San Jose, though. Their offense also isn't that good. They do have Jacob Voracek, definitely their best offensive player. Thomas Hertl's not bad either. Neither is David Krejci, but other than that, it does kind of trail off quite a bit. Andre Palat too. They're not bad, and I don't think this team. I think this is the team that's probably going to finish close to or last in the tournament. And I just say that because they don't have a solid offense, goaltending, or defense. All of them are fairly weak, and I don't think they're going to do as good as people expect, or probably expected them to. And they don't have Yager, so I mean, there you go. Now we're going to jump into Team Finland, if I can find. There they go. So their goaltending, of course, with Tuukka Rask and Pekka Rinne is good. Their defense, a lot of players that aren't currently in the NHL, a few AHL players, KHL player, and Olli-Matti, Ristolainen, and Sami Vatanen are all good, solid NHL players. Their offense, of course, highlighted by Patrick Laine, one of the most recent additions to the team. That would have been a nice goal if that actually counted there. You got Barkov, Filppula, Granlund, Koivu, Komarov, and Laterra, people like that. They don't have the greatest offense. Their goaltending, though, apart from the... Oh, come on, I can't score. Apart from the guy from the KHL, I don't really know if he's any good. I don't really pay any attention to KHL. But I think they're due. I think the team's doable. I think the defense will really have to work hard, though, to beat some teams. Now we're just going to jump into Team Russia. Their goaltending, pretty solid. Bobrovsky, Varlamov, Vasilevsky. I don't know who I would start, judging by Vasilevsky's playoff performance in the conference finals. Oh, come on, Kunitz. I would almost start with him, but Bobrovsky and Varlamov have a lot more experience, I think. Obviously older than Vasilevsky's, only about 21. Their defense, not bad. Emelin, Zatsov, whatever, from Toronto Maple Leafs, the new guy that they just signed. Pretty good defense, apparently. He's young, he's good, and I just won the game. What a shock. They got Kulikov as well, Andrei Markov, Dmitry Orlov. We're just going to put this on instant replay and let it sit so I can get over the rest of the teams here. And yeah, hold on for 1 second. Instant replay. Sure. No. Hold on, game. What are you doing? There we go. We'll just play it from way back, wherever this is. I think this is a first shot. Could be. Who knows? Anyway, their offense: Artem Anisimov, Datsuk, Kucherov, Kuznetsov, Malkin, Ovechkin, Panarin, Tarasenko. I think their offense is probably one of the top 3 in the tournament. It's just an unbelievable offense, especially with Ovechkin, Tarasenko, Malkin playing on the same line. Maybe Kuznetsov with Ovechkin. Who knows? That's just going to be a sick line. Sick team offensively. Their defense definitely not as strong. They don't really have any top 2 defensemen. They do have a lot of top 4, a couple top 6 as well, and a guy who's unproven in the NHL. Then of course they do have Sergei Bobrovsky in nets with Varlamov and Vasilevsky. So their goaltending is not terrible. Their defense is weak, and offense is just one of the best in the tournament. Now we're going to jump into Team Sweden, and then we'll get to the North American side of things. Team Sweden's goaltending: Henrik Lundqvist. You can't go wrong with Lundqvist in your net in international hockey. Robin Lehner and Jacob Markstrom, 2 big guys there. The defense on this team is outstanding. Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, Nicholas Kronwall, Strawman, Jomelson, Ekman Larson, I think I already said him, possibly, and Matthias Ekholm. They have a great defensive unit out there, but their offense definitely there as well. Nicholas Backstrom, Louis Eriksson, Philip Forsberg, Hagelin and Hornquist, both from the Penguins. They've been doing amazing down there. Landeskog, the Sedins. Silverberg is a little bit of a weaker spot. Same with Soderberg. Alex Steen and Zetterberg, though, are not. That offense is almost better than Russia's. They definitely have a lot more depth, better face-offs, more speed in my opinion, other than Ovechkin. Maybe not. Tarasenko, Ovechkin are pretty fast. But this team, I think this team is going to give a few other teams a run for their money, especially the top teams in the tournament. Anyway, we're going to jump over to the North American side, and starting the North American sides off, we're going to start with North America themselves. First off, the goaltending: John Gibson, Connor Hellbuck, I don't know how to say his name, whatever, and Matt Murray from the Penguins. So Gibson, he's good, he's pretty good, has his weaknesses, he's not the most consistent player ever. Hellbuck, I haven't really paid a lot of attention to the Winnipeg Jets, Manitoba Moose, whatever team he plays for, mostly. Matt Murray, though, Matt Murray is definitely the reason why the Penguins are still even in the playoffs. Their defense: Ekblad, Ghost Beer, I don't know how to say his name either. Does anyone? Seth Jones, Ryan Murray, Periaco, Parry, whatever, Morgan Riley, and Jacob Trouba. Their defense is pretty solid, pretty young. Obviously, they're all young, but it's pretty good, especially with Ekblad, Jones, Riley, a lot of those guys. That team, if they work together well, I think they can definitely beat a few of the higher up teams. And then their offense is really solid as well. Couturier, Drouin, Eichel, Goudreau, Larkin, Matthews, McKinnon, McDavid, Miller, Monahan, Nugent-Hopkins, Brandon Saad, and Mark Scheifele. Of course, their newest additions on this team are Nugent-Hopkins, Scheifele, Matthews, Drouin, though it's just for the offense. There's a few other newer additions. But Austin Matthews, not really a surprise to a lot of people. And then, of course, they've got the All-Stars. Just kidding, not really. Well, they do have some All-Stars out there, like Johnny Gaudreau. But Drouin in the playoffs, he played amazing. So I think their offense can definitely carry them through a lot of teams' defense. They can just cut through them like Swiss cheese. They actually opened things off in the tournament, I believe, against Finland on September 18th. Against Finland, I think. We were on for Finland, of course. Now we're going to go over to USA and then leave Canada, my country, for last. Team USA has amazing goaltending. Ben Bishop, Jonathan Quick, and Corey Schneider. Their goaltending, you can't go wrong with their goaltending. Their goaltending is, even if one guy has a bad game, you can turn to the next guy, one of the other two in the next game, and you'll be right back with like 1 goal against, maybe. Their defense, Bufflin, Carlson, Johnson, both Johnsons, McDonough, Niskanen, and Suter. It's a pretty solid lineup there for defense. Definitely able to stop a lot of the top offensive units in this tournament. Their forwards, though, a little bit questionable, and here's kind of why I went with the Pittsburgh Penguins for the shootout commentary as well. They left off Phil Kessel. They have Justin Abdelkader, Brandon Dubinsky. Not that I really want the team to win, but I can't see why they would leave off Bobby Ryan once again and Phil Kessel, and put Justin Abdelkader and Brandon Dubinsky on the team, and even Ryan Callahan over Phil Kessel. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't really know what the plan is there. But other than that, like Patrick Kane, Kessler, Oshie, Pacioretty, Pavelski, they have good offense. I don't think they should have left those guys off. There's a pretty big omissions. Now we're gonna jump to definitely the strongest team in the tournament, Team Canada. Their goaltending, of course, they've got the best goaltender in the world, Carey Price. They've got another one of the best goaltenders in the world, Braden Holtby, and Corey Crawford, who's backstopped his team in Chicago to multiple Stanley Cups. And yeah, you can argue he's not elite, but he is. Maybe his stats don't always show it, but he is definitely elite. The defense, Brent Burns, Drew Doughty, Duncan Keith, Jake Muzzin, Pietrangelo, Vlasic, and Shea Weber. I don't see how anybody's going to even be able to beat that defense, get around them. Here's another reason why Pittsburgh was my team to use today for the shootout commentary. Jake Muzzin over Chris Letang. I mean, yeah, Chris Letang. I mean, even TJ Brody would have been a better choice than Jake Muzzin. So what I'm pretty sure it's going to happen is everyone that I said other than Jake Muzzin is going to be playing for the tournament. Jake Muzzin might slide in a couple games against like an easier team, say, I don't know, Russia. But even still not, because Russia's offense is too strong for that. Maybe Finland or the Czech Republic if they even play them in the round robin. And I can actually not go check that because the schedule isn't there. Their offense, though, all their players except for two are technically considered centers. They've got Jamie Benn, here's the centers: Bergeron, Carter, Crosby, Duchesne, Getzlaf, Giroux, Sagan, Stamkos, Tavares, Thornton, and Jonathan Toews. Their team, their offense, they will not lose a face-off with that kind of team. Like, that's what it seems like just looking on it at paper. Their only players that are not centers are Jamie Benn and Taylor Hall. Not Taylor Hall, sorry, Brad Marchand. It should have been Taylor Hall. That was another issue with this team. Taylor Hall should definitely have made the team over Brad Marchand. There's definitely a few other players that are deserving. But hey, I believe that Team Canada will definitely win this tournament. I think the close seconds will be Sweden and possibly even Team North America, because yeah, they're young, but they do have a lot of talent on their team, a lot of speed, and speed kills, as Pittsburgh's shown in these playoffs, anyone who's watching that. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you please, wow, it's been a long time since I made a video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to see more. And if you didn't like the video, please leave a comment down below in the comment section and tell me what I can do better for next time. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoy the fact that I am finally back. There's definitely big issues with that. My computer broke for about 2.5 to 3 weeks, and I didn't have any motivation to make a video after it got fixed, but I finally have some. So anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.